Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Renee. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate you being here. And today is a special video because I'm collabing with the amazing Erica Conger. If you want to see what we're getting into today, then stick around because I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, happy Vlogmas Day 13 because this will be going up on Tuesday the 13th. So happy Vlogmas 13. So Erica messaged me and she asked me if I would like to do another collab with her, and of course I said yes because I adore her so much and I'm just thankful to her so much for inviting me to collab with her. It means a lot to me. So I'm not really that great at coming up with ideas for things. So she had suggested that maybe we do a look based on our favorite Christmas decoration or ornament and we talk about Christmas. So that's what we're going to do. I will have her linked down below in my description box. Make sure you go check her out. She is an amazing storyteller. I connect with her in a lot of ways, and a lot of things that she talks about like resonates with me a lot. So I feel like we have a lot in common, you know what I mean? Like music and just, life ideas and just things in general. I think that we have a lot in common, and I think she's a very amazing human being, and I'm so grateful to have met you, Erica, and I'm grateful that we're friends. I'm grateful that you would like to collab with me, and so I highly recommend you guys go check her out. She's very talented. She knows a lot about makeup, and yeah, she's amazing with her looks. Even though she may not think that she's always doing a great job, she always does. You do. So anyways, let's get into this. My Christmas decoration that it took me a little bit to kind of think about what I wanted to do. And I thought that I would base my look on my little Christmas village that I do. So it could kind of go a lot of different ways, I suppose, but I thought maybe like a winter wonderland at Christmas time, you know what I mean? So what I thought I would do would be like a blue look and maybe kind of incorporate snowflakes or something. We'll see how this goes as we go along. But I pulled out my Nomad Lago di Como palette. I got this palette in my Bizy Beauty Customs PR. And I just think these blues right here would be amazing for this look. So that's what we're going to do. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is it doesn't have like a blending shade, a lighter blue, but I think I can pull out another palette for that. I did prime my skin with this Silk Glow Perlice BB Base Primer. I use that to prime my skin, and I also sprayed a little bit of this Item One Hit Prime Set Refresh Dewy Finish Face Mist. So I use that as well. I thought I might kind of do like that cold girl look because it's kind of a winter wonderland, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start with my eyes first, which I probably should prime. Where's my primer? I'm just going to use my Cookies and Dreams like shadow stick to get my lids ready. All right, we got the lids prepped and ready to go. I need to brush up my brows a little bit. For me, I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. And the reason for that is because growing up, my entire family always went down to my grandparents' house for the holiday. My aunt, all my uncles, their wives, my cousins, it was just about being together. And I know that a lot of people think that the holiday has gotten away from that. And maybe it has in a lot of ways. I'm going to go in with Aquarama, which is this shade right here, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Anyways, what was I saying? So in a lot of ways it has, but I think that has to do with people too. I believe that the way that we raise our families and the values that we instill into our families is what's important. And while people think that the holiday has become really commercialized, which it has in a lot of ways, it's up to you whether you let it do that to you. You have the ability to make the holiday what it means to you and instill those values into your children that they can instill into their children, and so on, and making them understand what the holiday is all about. And for me, you know, when I was younger, not that it wasn't amazing to get Christmas presents, you know, of course, like, but growing up, I had three sisters, and it's not like we got spoiled a lot. You know, we had to share a lot of our stuff growing up, which was not a big deal. It brought us closer together. You know what I mean? Like when I was growing up, it was more about family and not necessarily about the things that you got. And I think that's important. I think I kind of messed up a little bit in that aspect with my son because he didn't have that growing up. You know, we did spend time with family and stuff like that, but he didn't have the big family that I had. He didn't have siblings, you know, and I've always really, I don't know, felt really bad about that because I feel like I deprived him of what it's like to have siblings to grow up with and to have relationships with and to have to share with, and just, you know, have that, I don't, that bond, you know what I mean? I feel really bad about that. And I think maybe I kind of spoiled him a little bit to try and make up for that. You know, I don't know, maybe a little bit, but I've always shown him a lot of love, and we did spend a lot of time with family. You know, we always went over to either my sister's house or my in-laws for the holiday. So it, for me, it's always been about being with family. That's why I do like my Christmas bags, because I truly, truly enjoy giving for Christmas. And I don't really ever expect to get anything for the holidays. And more so lately, because it's just me and my son, really. You know, I mean, I have my sister and stuff, and she always, you know, gets me something for the holidays. But for me, I just want to be able to spend time with my friends and my family, because that's what's more important to me is being around people, because I grew up with that. You know, my grandparents had 6 kids, 5 boys and a girl, and then they all had anywhere from 2 to 3 kids. I believe there was 13 grandkids. So there was a lot of us on the holidays. Let's see, I need to blend this out a little bit. So I pulled out my Blue Moon ColourPop palette, and I think I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is Moonlit. And I'm going to use that to blend this Aquama color. And I'm using one of my Michaela brushes. And my dad has always made Christmas so special. Decorating, always making sure that a Christmas tree was up and there was presents under the tree, and our stockings. I always remember having walnuts and oranges and those Lifesaver books in our stockings. And I remember me and my sisters would try and peek underneath the door to see if we could catch Santa when we were little. I just have a lot of fond memories of Christmas, and that's why it means so much to me. And it makes me sad that other people don't feel that way about the holiday. You know, my grandparents always, you know, my grandma would be, and my aunts would all be in the kitchen cooking and gossiping, and the uncles would be in the living room drinking their beers and, you know, watching sports, or they'd be down in the basement playing instruments, you know, band practice and singing. And just, it was a lot of togetherness, and I think that is what Christmas is all about. And I think that we have the power to instill that and create tradition with our families. And make our children understand that it's about more than gift giving. Or receiving, I should say. It's more about giving and being together and enjoying the times that you have, because life is so short. You should enjoy every moment that you can. I remember when I was little and me and my cousins would play in my grandparents' basement, and my uncle, he worked for this paper company when we were growing up, and he would bring home like lots of paper, and my granddad put up these cardboard houses in the basement. There was 2 of them, I remember, and we had the doors facing each other, and there was like little mailboxes right next to the doors, and we would write notes to each other and pass them back and forth to each other in our little houses. It was just, I'm getting some of that color switch. I need to get a new one for reals, for reals. Let's see, what shade do I want to use on my lid? You know what? I think what I want to do is take this Aquama. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. And I'm going to put it out here on the outer V. I love watching people open presents too. But anyways, what was I saying about my cousins? Yeah, we would play down in my grandparents' basement, because when I was growing up, it was just all open. Over the years, they had added like little rooms. My granddad had like this little work room, and they made like a little, I don't know, like a living room down there. That's where my sister stayed when she moved back there to take care of my grandma before she passed away. But we had good times, good times. And my dad still decorates to this day. Like, his house looks so good. Like, I don't know what it is about the holidays. Oh, and we used to go to, they would have like a real live manger scene at the church that we went to when I was little. We would go there to see the real life manger scene, and they would have hot chocolate and hot apple cider and cookies that they would give out to everybody. And I remember that we used to go driving around looking at all the lights and seeing how people decorated their houses. And like, people have gotten away from that. You know what I mean? The holiday really used to be something so magical. I feel like maybe, people change how they feel about it as they get older, but I don't think you should. I find that childhood magic that there is with Christmas, I feel like it's so important. My son believed in Santa Claus until he was 14, 15 years old. And I tried to tell him one time about Santa, and he was like, "What do you mean he's not real?" And the look on his face of heartbreak was just, I couldn't do it. So I was like, well, when you get older, he just has the parents kind of help out, because, he's so busy with the little ones. So the parents will help, because I couldn't do it. I mean, the heartbreak on his face was just like devastating to me. I found out when I was really young, and he did. At one point, he came home from school, and he had said that his friends at school had said that there was no such thing as Santa Claus. And I was like, well, what do you think? And he said that he believed in Santa Claus. And I said, well, I don't know. It was just, I got him to believe again, you know what I mean? Because I just didn't want him at such a young age to have that magic taken away from him so little, it just, I don't know. And it was fun for me too, playing Santa Claus. I'm going to go into Bella Figura, which is this shade right here, and I'm going to put it on my lid. I don't know, what do you guys think? I just think there's something magical about this time of year, with the decorations and the lights. And the treats, you know, the hot cocoa and the hot apple cider and being by the fireplace and being with your family. It just, I don't know, it touches a part of me that I guess I just can't explain. And it truly does make me sad when I hear people say they don't like Christmas, you know, because I really do think it's a special time of year. And I really think that if the magic was brought back into it the way that it's supposed to be, that maybe more people would like the holiday again, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense. That's how I feel about it, though. I remember we would get all dressed up in our Sunday best to go down to my grandma's house, and it was always just so much fun. I always had such a great time with my family. I really did. And I wish so much that my son could have had that growing up like I did. Today is December 10th, and it would have been my grandfather's 95th birthday. He passed away when my son was, I want to say, my son was 3 years old when he passed away. We were actually back east on vacation when my pop passed. So it was nice to be able to be there with my family for that. But I think he was a big part of why I love the holidays so much and why my dad loves the holidays so much. Because he was all about family. My granddad, he was an amazing, amazing man. And he always was there for anybody, anytime they needed. I remember me and my sister went back there to visit one time, and he gave us his car for the week that we were there so that we could get around and just, I don't know how to explain it. You just had to be there and be a part of it to really understand. You know, I think. And I'm sure some of you had that growing up too. And I've really tried to kind of keep that going with my son a little bit, you know, but things kind of got messed up a little bit, you know, when my mother-in-law passed, and then me and my ex-husband separated and got divorced, like we separated right after Christmas, so you know, that was a tough one. I'm using this Mazzanato color right here. It's just like the darkest blue in the palette, and I'm just kind of tapping this out here to kind of deepen this up a little bit. And it was really hard for me. Like, I didn't want to decorate the following year, but I did because I didn't want the holiday to be ruined because of that. You know what I mean? Like, because I love Christmas, and I'm not going to let anybody take that joy away from me for this time of year. You know what I mean? My ex almost did it a couple times, complaining and bitching about Christmas presents and stuff, and I'm not going to let anybody do that to me anymore. You know what I mean? I love Christmas, and I'm going to celebrate it, and I'm, you know, like I put my decorations up like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving even came, and I still would have done that whether I was hosting Thanksgiving or not. Why? Because I enjoy my decorations. It brings joy to me. It makes me happy. And the longer I can enjoy that happiness, I'm going to. Like, I'm already starting to kind of get sad that it's, you know, getting close to almost over already, you know? Like, I'll probably keep my decorations up till, I don't know, till at least New Year's, you know? And take them down after that, because I want to enjoy them as much as I can. Does anything that I'm saying make any sense at all? I'm just bringing this dark color underneath. I probably should not have done this without doing my base first. But you know what? We'll figure it out. That's really pretty. Nomad is amazing, you guys. And what's really amazing, I'm going to make this a little bit of a liner too on my upper lash, on my lash line here. Nomad does their palettes based on places that they've gone on vacations, which I think is so cool. And I think I've heard people say that they even like will help those areas with money that they make from the palettes that they sell. And I think that's pretty amazing too. I really need to buy more of their palettes. I mean, look at that. It's kind of a little messed up, but that's my application, not the products. Tish invited me to spend Christmas Eve with her and her family, which is really nice. I don't know what my sister's going to be doing. My sister and her husband, they just bought, I need a blendy brush. I think I'm going to use this BMX 466 shade brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend out this dark shade right here a little bit. But my sister and her husband were living with his parents for a few months because they sold their house and they were going to move to Texas, and then things didn't work out with that, and then they were going to move to Idaho and things just didn't work out with that. So they're staying in Washington State, and they just bought a house, I want to say a couple weeks ago. Can you imagine having to move during the holidays? Crazy. Just crazy. I can't imagine the stress my sister must be feeling. And now she's trying to get all unpacked right before Christmas. You know what I mean? I don't even think they've been able to put up any decorations or anything like that because everything that they have is in boxes right now. I know she came to my house because I did my niece's makeup. I did my niece's makeup and her friend's makeup for a school dance that they went to. My sister took them and dropped them off, and then she had to go pick them up. So she just came to my house, and that's when we like boxed up my dad's Christmas presents. And she hung out here for a little bit, and she was laying on my floor. She was so tired. She's like, your house looks so Christmassy. And I know she was probably like wishing that hers was too, you know what I mean? All right, you guys, what else do I want to do here? I think I'm going to use this Blend Bunny brush. This is B4. I got that dark color. I think I'm going to go into the Aquarama, and I'm just going to kind of blend this out a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys, this video is getting so long. I think I'm just going to blend this out, and then I'm going to get off and do my base, my liner, and my lashes and everything, and then I will come back with the final look. And you guys can let me know what you think. All right, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I'm back and the look is done. What do you guys think? I tried to do some snowflakes. I don't know. My village means a lot to me because I've been putting it up for a lot of years, and I can remember my mom had one when I was growing up as well, and it just means a lot to me. It holds a special place in my heart, and so that's kind of why I wanted to do this type of a look based on my Christmas village, because it just holds a special place in my heart, and it reminds me of when I was growing up and family and being together, and just the different time that it was when things seemed so much simpler. And I'm sure back then maybe not everybody thought that it was, but being the age that I am now and living through the time that I did, those times were really simpler. And maybe it was because I was younger and I didn't have the adult responsibilities and didn't have to worry about all the stuff going on in the world. You know what I mean? My parents made a safe place for me. My family made a safe place for me. And a lot of that just stems from togetherness. And a lot of the togetherness I remember, especially during the holidays. I mean, we went down to my grandma's every Sunday, really, but Christmas was just one of those times, you know, we watched The Wizard of Oz together and sports together and played in the backyard together and played downstairs and listened to music and danced and just sang together and just, you know, I feel like You make the holidays what you want them to be for you. They don't necessarily have to mean, I don't know how to explain it, but if Thanksgiving to you, if you want it to be about spending time with family and togetherness, then that is what it is. Because people are busy and they have jobs and they can't always get together. But that's the one time that you can 100% make sure that your family can get together. So for me, I look at Thanksgiving as an opportunity to cook some good food like my grandma did when I was growing up, and to have people come over, my family, my friends, and just be together and laugh and make memories. That's what it means to me. That's what Christmas means to me. It's not all about getting gifts and spending a lot of money. It's about being together and watching the joy on somebody's face when I give them something. Like Kim opening my Advent calendar. You have no idea how much joy that brings to me. And while I could do that any time of year, it just, there's something about this time of year and wrapping the presents up, and I don't know, it just sparks joy in me. But I'm going to get off, I'm going to stop going off on my tangent about it. Just remember, the holidays can be whatever you want them to be, whatever you want your family to make them be. You know, like when my family started getting bigger, they started drawing names. So you didn't have to buy for everybody. You didn't have to spend a crap ton of money. You just bought for the person you drew their name. And they drew names on Thanksgiving. So they made it a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, you make the holidays what you want them to be. My sister Missy loved Christmas. My grandpa loved Christmas. My mom loved Christmas. My dad loves Christmas. I am not going to stop celebrating because I know how much it meant to them and I want to keep it going. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. But anyways, let me tell you what I did with my look. I used my Laura Geller Fortifying Lash Primer. I used my Douce Max Lash for the top lashes. I used my Act Natural Black ColourPop for the lower lashes. I used this Davis Blue. It's a lip and eyeliner pencil. I used this to line my lips. I got this in a Bizy Beauty Customs box. This is Aquamarine Beauty Creations. I use that for my waterline. I use this Hendayan water activated palette. I just use this white to draw the snowflakes on. I think it's really pretty, you guys, really pretty. I used this Ofra. This is Nikki Tutorials Collab Highlighter Space Baby. I used this to highlight my face. Look at that. Can you see it? I put a little bit here, here on my nose. I put some up here, but you can't see it because I got my hat on. For my brows, because I didn't tell you what I did, I used this Goof Proof brow pencil. They're not perfect, guys. They're not perfect, but I tried. I used, did I tell you, my KVD Cake Pencil for tight line, Aquamarine Waterline, Davies, I don't know what color this is, for my lip liner. Oh, and then I used my Michaela lip gloss, and I put that on. And then I went into this Lumi shade in the Blue Moon ColourPop palette, and I put that, I just tapped it on my lips to give it that kind of icy feel. I also used that kind of for my brow bone, and I tapped it on my inner quarter, as well as the Ofra. I used that on the inner corner and my brow bone as well, and then I just used the Lumi to try and kind of give it a little more of an icy feel. I don't know if it worked, but I tried. Did I do anything else? I don't know. I used my Item Beauty setting spray, and I think that's it. What do you guys think? I kind of like it. I kind of like it a lot. I kind of wanted to do like a winter wonderland, that cold girl look a little bit. Oh, my blush. I used this beached blush that I got in my ice cream beauty box. I used this with the brush that I got, and I just kind of tapped it through here to kind of, I don't know. I just thought it looked kind of cool. And then I also used this ColourPop Desert Rose and kind of tapped this over top of it as well. I put a little bit of blush up there, which you can't see because the hat's on, and I put it down here and also on my cheeks and my nose. I don't know. I think it came out good. I think it looks cute. What do you think? Thank you again, Erica, so much for wanting to collab with me. It really means a lot to me. And I hope that I did it justice, and I hope that I made sense in this video. I just have really strong feelings about it. And like, I know other people like look at holidays the way they do, and it just kind of breaks my heart because I make Christmas what I feel in my heart. I make Thanksgiving what I feel in my heart. I don't go by what goes on out there and all the selling that people want to do and all of that. I do my gift bags because it means something to me, because I enjoy doing it. I don't go out and buy the most expensive gifts. I buy things that I know people are going to use, people are going to appreciate, things that are small that I think that they're going to love because it means something to me. Not because I feel the need to go out and spend a bunch of money and go broke buying everybody Christmas presents. You know, I do it for me because it sparks joy in me and it makes me happy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like you need to do. Don't think about everybody else. Look inside yourself and find what it means to you. And don't let the punches that life throws your way take away your joy and your happiness, because the people that you love don't want you doing that. God, my mom would be so disappointed in me. My sister would be so disappointed in me if I did not celebrate Christmas, if I did not decorate, if I did not put my lights up, if I did not celebrate. They would be so heartbroken and disappointed in me. And my pop would too, and my Aunt Reen, and my Uncle Ray, because it meant something to us. And I want to keep that going. I want to keep that going for me, for my sister, for my son. You know what I mean? Look inside you. Find what the holidays mean to you and make it about that, because you have the power to do that. You don't have to let everything else outside pull you into all of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm going to stop rambling. Erica, thank you again for inviting me to this collab. It means a lot. I love you so much. I can't wait to see your video, and I can't wait to collab with you again in the future. Whenever you want, just hit me up. All right. I love you guys all so very much. I hope you all have an amazing holiday season and that you get to spend time with your family, because in the end, that's what it's all about. It's about togetherness and family and loving on each other. And I wish that for all of you. I really do. And with that being said, I'm going to let you all go. I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. If you're new here and you haven't joined Nene's Glam Squad, I hope that you will join the family. Go down below, hit that subscribe button, turn up the notification bell to all. That way you can get notified anytime I make a new upload. Give the video a big thumbs up and go down below and leave a comment. And make sure you go check out Erica's channel if you haven't already. And if you're here from her channel, hey, sorry I went off on a tangent. I love you all so very much. Take care, stay safe, and I hope I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.